hello there. My name is Sometimes Heather and I play Elder Scrolls Online. Today, I thought that we might... Hold on. Okay. That we might head on over to my Rogue's Refuge and start decorating because my fingers are itching. Which vampire should we choose? Really is my main craft, but LSB has more money. Let's start with really, and then if I want to like craft something I don't know with really, then we'll switch vampires. Rogue's Refuge is a new home that arrived to us with the new Thieves Guild stories.
My star-eyed bride of Alinor, lost in storm and spray. My star-eyed bride of Alinor, that cruel fate took away.
That was beautiful, Kurtaros. She would have loved
The
it.
home is located in
The
Glenumbra,
old man is full of surprises.
around here. And in order to claim the house, you need to collect where is it? Pieces for it. Well, it was there. The first one. You need to collect 4 pieces. Some of these drop from when you complete stages in the new Thieves Guild questline. Some drop from dynamic encounters. Some drop from a heist, I think. And the last one, is looted from lockboxes. So in order to get the house, you don't need to like buy anything or find antiquities, but you do need to work relatively hard in order to claim all the pieces. It took me forever to find the last piece from unlock boxes, and now I have it, and I'm happy. Rogue's Refuge is a, well, outlaw-inspired home. We get a little mausoleum here outside. I love this, it's so pretty. And inside the mausoleum, you find a hidden passageway inside a cop. The home comes with 187 furnishings. Most of them are just general furnishings like crates and coffers and bookshelves and tables, but there are a few interesting pieces. Also, we get for the first time secret doors. These are so cute. There's all sorts of books, and also I think this is a new furnishing that arrived with the playtest update. I really like this, and I'm happy that we have been given one of these new ones. So this is what the home looks like before you have done anything to it. It's relatively gloomy and the rooms are rather large. As I was touring this home to see what other people have done to it, I stumbled upon a rogue's refuge that had been turned into a really pretty Alienor hideout. The player, I don't recall their name, but I did recommend their home, had covered all the walls with Alienor walls so that the interior was like really white and clean and pretty, and I thought I would do something similar, only I won't choose the Alienor style for mine. I would prefer a Clovian cabin for my refuge. I have taken the liberty to craft a few walls and also to purchase a few because, well, gold is easier to come by than furnishing materials. The walls in this room look rather dodgy, so I would really like to cover these up because I don't want to know what's lurking inside there. Ugh. So should we start from this wall or this room? I think we will first get rid of some of the clutter. We don't want a wheelbarrow in this. I'm quite certain I will want to use some of these furnishings, but not all of them, and also those things were in the way. If I have measured correctly, then Clovian doorway plaster should sit perfectly at like these doorways, like so. These aren't thick enough to reach like through the walls, so if I want to cover both sides, I need two of them, which is just fine. I want to have a little bit of a threshold here, so that might be a good height for that. And can I align it using this mark there? Probably. It looks better already. A really smart person would have like built the walls like entirely and then just shoved them in the wall there, but I'm not very smart, and also these are a little bit thicker. Than the doorway thing, so we have already run into a problem, or have we? Uncertain. Well, I do believe it is smarter to just first make a wall and then move it. Is that good? No. That might be okay. Then we need another small wall on the other side and that should be fine. It's surprisingly difficult to tell if that's straight or not. Well, if I... That was the wrong button, by the way. Well, if I link them together and then shove them at the wall, that should show me which way I need to move the sideways. Well, that's a lot easier. And now I can move them all at the same time. I am quite pleased with this. These columns, or this column, is a little bit two-toned, but I think that will look okay. We can disguise it with like another pillar or something, a furnishing perhaps. And I think the doorway was a good size for the hidden doorways as well, so let's build another wall, actually two, because these walls are like located on both sides. I want to link these two together. Needs to come forward. And I think that's a bit crooked. Perhaps I should have used this as a guideline. Well, let's see. I'm hoping that the hidden passageway still works, even though I have placed things all over it. Well, this isn't straight at all, so... let's correct the situation. That's a little bit better, but this wall is now completely out of order. Well, if we bring it forward from here, it should be fine. Concentrate. I kind of sort of like this texture, but I want the walls white. Okay. That's a bit better. Not perfect, but better. Now let's see if the secret doorway works. Oh, it works. And it actually looks pretty nice, framed with the plaster wall. Yes, pleased. These corners aren't perfectly aligned, so this needs to go down by just a few bumps. Is that good? I think so. And then let's correct or fill this wall too, but before we do, I have just remembered that I need to charge my mouse. It started to behave very badly today, and that means it's hungry. I'm going to be smarter and use this as a guideway. Which is actually easier said than done. How's that? I think that's an almost. And this side is actually relatively okay there. And link those two together and place both at the same time. Building would probably be a lot easier with a mouse and keyboard, but I insist upon using my controller. Also, this wall did not agree with our plans. Oh, so pretty. I am actually very pleased with this. I probably am going to do some like fine-tuning at some point, but for now I am going to just leave these like this and continue to the next walls. This will probably be okay with just a small wall. Let's see. Are they like a good width? I'm a little bit unhappy about this corner, but for now, this is the best I can do. And this wall has a built-in shelving unit as well. So I'm going to use another one of these doorway doors. And for these two in the entryway stairwell, are going to get a different wall because I really want to hold on to these shelving units. So if I have measured correctly, Clovian archways should look nice here. They actually don't look as nice as I thought. I do like the columns, and I do like the frame. But the shelves don't seem to be centered. So my archway also isn't centered, and that bothers me greatly. So I'm going to change my plans here to what I don't yet know. But since this all looks nice, we're going to place more walls here and then see about that curved wall. I am quite certain that the curved wall would look nice with a fireplace. On it. Or is it in it? Well, getting this one perfectly aligned is not an easy feat. And it should be a little bit more like this way. That's good, I think. And that one didn't resist at all. How strange. I don't have equal amounts of threshold there. Does it matter? I kind of sort of like this arrangement, so I'm going to link everything to the rock and just move this whole thing out of the way. Like so. And as much as I liked the curved wall, I'm going to hide it with a fireplace. I'm not entirely certain if I want to like bring this one forward all the way here. Or let it sink into the wall a little bit. This would give me more space on the platform thing, and I think that might work better. Wait a minute. Can I use one of those archway walls here? Which one is in my inventory? No. That might actually kinda sort of work. That would fill the gaps here nicely. Only this is too far away now. Maybe if I place it there. How's that? To me, it looks like a fireplace. I had at some point firewood in my inventory, but it seems I have used it. Or does it actually live here? Well, I don't have it anymore. That's okay, we can fix it. Now I have a slight problem of bricks here, but perhaps they work together with the fireplace. We will see better once we get some light in. Have I used all my small walls? I was thinking about doing like a really dark themed vampire thing here, but then I settled on the Uncovian walls and well, there will be vampire elements, but perhaps not that much. So I'm going to have to leave these walls bare for now because I don't have more of the small walls. But I would like to get light here. That's a more sensible height, I think. Now. There's a furnishing, only one furnishing in the game that gives you like the perfect fireplace thing, and that is firewood flaming. That costs a lot at the furniture store and even more at guild vendors. So what I usually do is I go to a furnisher, any kind of furnisher that sells your basic home goods. Where was the one who talks to you when you're stage 4 vampire? Oh well, we can just use mesmerize. Yes, home goods furniture and purchase just ordinary books. I think most of the merchants sell you those. The replacement of walls thing isn't my original idea. I saw that when I was touring the Rogue's Refuge and totally copied the idea. Now where are they? There.
Why will Dragon be near the moon gate? Do you have any ideas?
So we want to find a home goods furniture. This one.
Stay away from me, beast!
This one
You're
doesn't like me.
drawing too much attention from the guards.
Dragon tried to absorb power from the moon. This one, I don't like
Ib.
the sound of it. Sure, this is much to do, so little time.
Ah, fear not. That is in the past now.
I probably will remember that I have blood mist under B,
From accomplishing anything.
because that's where I always put it.
Remains for us now.
Okay,
I'm gonna be
now we can use this door. And we are looking for rough firewood. This is actually better than the burnt ones, in my opinion. So I'm going to purchase one of those. Then I'm going to find my enchanting station.
I know you. You exposed the mad constable in Coglin village. Ruptka guide you.
Which was actually here. Decorating your home requires a lot of running around, from like crafting stations to guild vendors to home goods merchants and who knows what. Then I want a lighting fixture from here. I hope it was here. Do I not have it? Oh, for goodness sakes. I'm going to check if it was under blacksmithing. Could it have been in alchemy? Oh, there it is. Daedric pressure table gives you a lot of flame, and this paired with the fire locks gives a really nice effect of a plain fireplace. Let's return to our home and continue our efforts. I'm quite certain that really doesn't know how to create these small walls. Thank you very much. Otherwise, I would have created a few of those while we were there. I have received a drink with a really large straw that doesn't want to remain in the glass. I'm quite certain I'm going to be very displeased with my archway in just a little bit. Plywood. Place. How does one make a straw remain, like inside a glass? This is very stressful. Okay, then we go to lighting and find a table pressure. And if we shove that under the locks, we get flaming locks. There we go. I use that trick quite often and I'm very proud of it. As this is my Friday, I'm still on holiday, I'm having a good life. The cost of this is really very low compared to the actual flaming fireworks. So. If we turn this a little bit, would it look nicer? Well, actually, yes. If I lower it so that it sits there. Well, no, it makes more sense. I shall leave that there for the time being. Decorating does take a lot of time, but it is really a lot of fun. Oh, that turned out so cozy. Now I would like to have like a seating area in front of the fireplace. I don't have any kind of a sofa thing that would look nice there. But I do have a tea table. Perhaps a table would be a bit too much there. LCB would probably know how to make dark elf sofas. They would look nice here, but maybe I will use this as sort of a placeholder for now. I'm going to use these at my Sitchik villa eventually, but oh, that looks nice. And then we can also return the dresser to its original place and the other one also. The logic of aligning furnishings is just... it's straight from Oblivion. So cozy. Perhaps the laundry gets to go. So we haven't really changed that much in the space, but it looks so different. Oh, so pretty. I'm happy about this. So what's next? I want some light into the shelving unit, so let's create a fire hazard. This isn't enough light actually, so let's not do that after all. Necrom lamps would actually create a lot of light, but I don't want to hide them inside walls. They're so pretty and also very practical. That doesn't give enough light indoors. What should we use? Oh, goodness. Well, maybe there could be an actual lamp inside the storage area. Well, that isn't so bad. Eventually I might actually like craft some sort of lanterns and then hide them on like either side of the walls. But I don't currently have the perfect lanterns for this. This purpose. So that's going to have to do. These walls I was thinking about covering with the Clovian stone walls. These ones. I think they would look nice even if you like leave a little bit of the planks showing. It would create a cute effect and also hide a bit of that nastiness indoors. Usually when I'm like looking for ideas on how to decorate, I look to real life more than the homes in ESO. I personally find it more fun to steal ideas from like actual architects whose work I enjoy in like real life. This room has counters and it seems that this is meant to be used as like a place where you can barter. I don't want a store in my home. I don't yet know what I'm going to do with it, but this room I think I will turn into a bedroom and also an office area. So this might find its home here. And these bunks are going to have to go. I didn't need to do that. Good thing we have that undo thing. This rock, I think, would be okay to like mark the sleeping area as it did previously. Let's see if I have a nice bed in my inventory. Well, this is cute. It's a little bit too flashy for this home, but again, we can just use it as a place marker. Kinda cute. I'm uncertain about these dividers, though. Perhaps it would be better to what if I only do one wall with the stones? Would that work? Because I have more than enough of these walls, so I might as well use them. How did I place them in the other room? So a little bit lower. That might be okay. Yes, and then another one goes here. I'm a little bit angry about these support beams, so let's bring the walls a little bit further out. That's enough. That does eat at my space, on space I have to decorate, but well, the rooms are quite large. These are completely out of order. More light would probably help. Oh, that's nice. And then instead of using the dividers, I'm going to use a low wall or half wall to separate the space a little bit. So how am I supposed to align these? Does this go like this? That looks like it makes sense. The wall is a little bit higher than I expected, but I think I can make it work. It's relatively straight, so I'm going to turn it just a little bit. I'm going to deal with that beam a little bit later. Now, do I have nightstands? Dressers of any kind? And we have these. Well, again, place marker. Or maybe I'll put a nightstand there. And a wardrobe here. And I could also move that a little bit closer to the wall there, and I think this might work here, and then I can place another dresser down there. A part of me wants to build another wall here, but that would be too much, and then I would also need a doorway, and that would mess with the flow of the space, like this way. I also kind of sort of would like to move that a little bit inside that wall. Let's do that. The other left. If it would line with this pillar here, it would make most sense, I think. But now I don't have space for my dresser. Does it matter? I think not. Might be a bit small, but well, again, that I can think about later. Oh no. So maybe a compromise would work best after all. I don't want to see the wall as I enter. Okay, this might work. And also, why on earth wouldn't I use this cute wardrobe from there? Sitting. In my defense, I forgot it was there. Now, This house came with a lot of letters, personal. So I'm going to get rid of this one and this desk area can sit there. Oh, I need to link all of this. Okay. Now this cabinet kinda sort of makes sense as it sits there. And just so easily we have created a bedroom and a study area. Fun. Since the wardrobe actually has mirrors, I think we could move one of the paintings to this wall. But which one? Let's get a pretty one from the other. Painting of a desert, refined. These are really pretty, I think. That's nice and soothing. Like so. Now we should probably also create like a cooking nook and a living area and a library. But all of that might be a little bit too much for one evening. So the floors, I think I'm going to leave like this. Unless I choose to floors like under platforms. Probably. Yes, unless I choose to use these. Changing the floors would clean up the house even more, but I'm uncertain if that would be too much. These are really pretty though. I think there was another wooden floor I liked. Oh no, it was this one high out tile work platform thingy. This would also work real well. This would change the coloration of the rooms a little bit further. I'm so tempted. Perhaps I'll change this just one room with like new floors. This is also really pretty. Let's see what it looks like. Perhaps a bit too fancy. Or maybe would there be like a lighter shade? Maybe flooring doesn't appeal to me, but sorry. Would this one work? This would kind of look nice, but the colors don't match perfectly. Oh, well, this would look nice. It would like go real well with the plaster on the walls. And if we would like to go really fancy, then marquard floors would be lovely. I'm going to let this brew for a bit. Choosing the correct building components isn't that easy, and kinda sorta want to like enjoy the process of choosing. This would also work real well. I really like the golden borders here. They're loud, but not over the top loud. Perhaps I would go with something like this. This is like a high platform in reality, but if you have surface drag on, then you can just sink it, and it looks lovely. Ceilings could, of course, in theory, also be altered, but let's see. Should we switch to RCP and make 2 of those stone walls and see what this wall would look like? Let's do that. Recipe is conveniently already in Rogue's Refuge. But now I need to travel out in order to craft the walls. Oh. Where do I want to craft? Which one of my homes is close to a crafting station? Probably this one.
So, I recently traveled past Two Moons Temple. I hate to say it.
So would the wall be in
What makes you say that?
enchanting or metalworking? I think we're going to check enchanting first. Courtyard, dining, gallery, hearth, library, parlor, lighting, structures. I also want to see what floors I know how to make. So I want 2 of these. Circular, and I don't know how to make that pretty platform. Dang it. It was expensive at the crown store, so it's probably going to be expensive also at guild stores. That's very yellow, I don't like it. So I do know this floor. This is pretty, but a little bit loud in my opinion. So that was all the floors I know. There might be floors in woodworking, let's check. Structures. I needed small walls, yes. 2. I know how to make this one. I wonder if this would work better as like a divider for our sleeping nook. I might try that. if I at some point remember. While we're here, do I have a prettier bed? No, but I think RCP does know how to make a dark elf sofa. I think one will be enough. If not, I will make one. I like that. I picked those up from the nightstand home and have been wondering where to put them. I think those are perfect. There. So the stone walls go here. Perhaps climb these first and then see how they settle. Sorry. Kind of like this beam here, and I want the like support beams to show a little bit, but well, perhaps this is okay. Only I need to move something that way. Like so. Well, that's actually kind of cute. I like it. Creates a little bit of a contrast between this space and this space. And if we place the walls here, then this one will look even more polished. I think I had one more doorway. Oh, that's so nice. I'm so pleased with this transformation. Even though my walls aren't perfectly aligned. Let's see what it looks like if I push these further away to bring out the support beams. This does give the wall more details and therefore makes it more interesting. I think I will leave it like this, at least for now. Oh yes, the sofa. Sofas go in parlor. Yes. So nice. Do I have a rock? Oh, that might work. Well, this turned out actually a lot nicer than I anticipated, and placing in the walls was easier than expected. I'm really, really pleased with this. I'm going to continue decorating this home, perhaps on stream, perhaps on my own, perhaps both. And once I'm done, I will show you the results. But now, I do believe the time has come to say goodbye. For now, I will return at some point. I think at the latest next Thursday to see what Uncle Shale has come up with. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Time.